All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into an argument that might just make you look at your game controller a little differently. There's an organization making the case that one of the biggest genres in all of gaming isn't just harmless fun. No, they're saying it's actually holding humanity back. It's a huge claim, so let's get into it. And this is the big question at the very heart of their entire argument. I mean, we live in this age of incredible progress, right? But is the stuff we do for fun, our entertainment, is it keeping up? Or is a big part of how we play still kind of stuck in the past? So the group that's really pushing this idea is called Back to the Nature. And they don't mince words. They believe that fighting games are more than just entertainment. They're a cultural roadblock, something that's literally stunting our growth as a species.
Okay, so what is their actual case? What's the problem exactly? Well, they break it down into 4 key issues. They see it as this kind of chain reaction. It all starts, they say, with simply normalizing violence. But from there, it spirals into something way deeper, something that hurts our emotional intelligence, makes conflict seem rewarding, and ultimately threatens the very idea of living peacefully. Let's dig into that first point.
First up is this idea of normalization. For Back to the Nature, the minute that aggression becomes the main way to have fun, it loses its power to shock us. They say these aren't just games, they're tools that literally rewire our brains to see violence as just another form of entertainment. But the damage, they argue, is actually more subtle than just getting used to violence. They use some pretty striking language here, calling these games a silent enemy. The claim is that while a player is so focused on winning, a really crucial skill, empathy, is being quietly worn down. And this is especially true for kids. And that leads directly to their next point, which is about conditioning. I mean, think about it, right? The whole gameplay loop in a fighting game rewards aggression. You get your victory, you get points, you progress, and it all comes from simulated fighting. They believe this trains young minds to connect the idea of conflict with the thrill of winning. So when you put all of that together, you get to their biggest concern. For this group, this isn't about pixels on a screen. They see this kind of entertainment as a genuine threat to peaceful living, something that's actively holding us back from reaching our full potential, both as a society and spiritually. Now, to really understand why they feel so strongly about this, you kind of have to get their core philosophy. It all boils down to this fundamental difference they see between what we are and what we have the potential to be.
And here's their worldview in a nutshell. On one side, you have what they call our primitive instincts, the fight or flight, the aggression, the survival stuff. On the other side, you have our human potential, our capacity for things like peace, compassion, and wisdom. Back to the Nature's entire argument is that fighting games are constantly feeding the first column while starving the second. And this one quote from their materials, it just crystallizes their entire mission perfectly. For them, this isn't about censorship or banning things. It's a call for our entertainment to reflect our highest ideals, not just our most basic animal impulses. So they don't just point out a problem, they actually propose a solution, a call for what they call peaceful play. Their plan is, well, it's ambitious. It's a 4-step process. It starts with just changing minds through global awareness campaigns. Then it moves to changing laws with government policies. From there, they want to change the whole market by promoting peaceful educational games. And the ultimate goal? To foster a huge cultural shift, away from conflict and towards connection. And that brings us to their vision for the future, and what they think play should really be all about. Their final message is really a direct call to action, aimed at everyone who has a stake in our digital world. So developers, parents, leaders, they're asking for a real, conscious effort to build a future where our entertainment isn't just a distraction, but a tool for growth and healing. And so after unpacking their entire case, we're left with this same fundamental question we started with. By challenging this one really popular way to have fun, Back to the Nature is really forcing all of us to ask, what is the true purpose of play? And what do we want it to be?